What's going on, Wolfpack? Time again for another wolfofbricks.com update. I am Jim, and of course, this is where we talk about LEGO investing and reselling. So before we get into the main topic, two things. I have, over the course of time, accumulated a lot of questions in the comments sections that I'm just not able to answer. And what I mean by that is sometimes I'll answer questions in the comment section and they're pretty simple and brief, the questions are, and I'm like, yeah, I'll go ahead and answer it, boom. Now there are some other questions that I think take a longer answer, and I try to do that at the beginning of the videos, but there's just too many, so I think I'm going to do an AMA in the upcoming week or so. So if you have any other questions that you would like me to include in the AMA, please drop it in the comments section below. From maybe the next 4 days, I'll start to collect them all and then I'll produce a video on it. The other thing is, you know, we talk about damaged sets a lot. Well, a lot of people talk about damaged sets a lot. I really don't. And the condition the boxes come in and things of that sort. So just wanted to talk about my experience. I think this is for comic relief is why I'm sharing it, not because I'm angry or anything. But I got this large package in the mail maybe a week ago, and if there's one thing about me, I really don't open my mail on time. Like, I'll let Christmas cards go until Christmas, and then I'll go ahead and open them up. Same thing with packages. There will be a ton of packages at the front door. I just don't get to them because I'm busy, right? So my wife is like, that's a pretty big package, and it has your name on it. Do you think you should open it up? And I'm like, yeah, I'll get to it, whatever. And she's like, no, I really think you need to open it up. And I said to myself, well, that's probably my Halloween costume, right? So I'm like, okay, I'll go and open it up. And I'm like, wait a second. This is not what I ordered. This is a different Halloween costume. And then I looked at the return address and I was like, oh, this was supposed to be 2 LEGO sets that I purchased. And I don't know if they put the shipping label on the wrong box or whatever. And this isn't an FBM. This is from a big box retailer, right? It's not on Amazon. So Fortunately, I'm sorry, I'm not going to share what sets they were. These are kind of hard to find sets. Retail price is around $40. And so I'm like, crap, what am I going to do? And I'm just going to show you. Instead of giving me $80 worth of LEGO, they sent me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I promise you, there's 6 of them right here, right? And so that's something that's never happened to me before, so I thought I would just share it with everybody and everybody could laugh. And if there's anybody that needs 6 Boba Fett suits and you got the 2 LEGO sets that I want, give me a ring. I'm happy to do some sort of exchange with you. All right, let's get to the main topic. Again, another exciting topic that I'm happy to talk to everybody about here. You're looking at brickfanatics.com. LEGO has released the information of the sets that are coming out for Technic in the January and in spring. And I am so excited because I think LEGO has really geared when it comes to the 18 plus crowd. You know, a lot of sets when it comes to race cars and just souped up cars, they're all great. And, you know, if you glance on YouTube, you'll see that there are YouTube channels out there that aren't necessarily LEGO channels, but they're LEGO car channels, and they just love LEGO cars. And they'll put special motors in to LEGO sets that wasn't really meant to have. And it's just all cool. It's just all cool stuff. So just wanted to go over a couple with you. We're going to skip the first few. We're going to talk about the Monster Jams. Now, the Monster Jams, I've done a video in the past. I love the Monster Jam sets when it comes to collectability. I mean, people will just collect them and collect them and collect them. And there is a Monster Jam set, name escapes me right now, but it is hard to find. And the price on that is just boom, right? These retail for around $20. They may have gone to $25 here in the US. But when they retailed for $20, you could easily have got them for $15. And then you would see them on Amazon for around $45, $50. So it's good stuff. But now we're going to talk about the Bugatti. I love the price point on this set and all the sets. And whenever I say, you know, I love the price point, some people may not know what I mean. I love the price point because this is something that isn't a $400 set that you may not be able to find at a discount, right? You might have to save up VIP points. I love the price point because it's more than $20 because I'm starting to get away from buying the cheaper sets, unless that set is like the Wolverine mech or something like that. But I like sets that have a little bit of meat to them, but I don't like sets that are as big as the Titanic, right? So we're just going to look at Google Images and look at the Bugatti right here. And this is something that will eventually look like a Lego set. I'm loving the colors, and hopefully it'll be in blue or red. I think the last one was in blue, so it probably won't be in blue. But because of the price point, I would expect this to be a similar size to the Shelby Cobra that is now available at all retail stores. Next up is the Chevy Camaro. I am loving Camaros. I just love Camaros. There was like a 5 or 7 year period where I was like, I'm not sure about that body style, right? But I'm loving the Camaro. I'm hoping it's the right color. I'm hoping there's not too many stickers on that, right? And the thing you got to keep in mind, right, whenever you look at the price points, and of course this isn't USD right here, these should easily be over 150% ROI. Not immediately once it retires, right? But eventually over time, none of these, in my opinion, should be Lego sets to where you're like, man, this is 3 years in and it still hasn't gone up to 150. I would think the first Q4, second Q4 at the most, right? And next up you have the Ford GT 2022. Now the Ford GT, that is a hard to find car just out in public. Ford does race this car, and I think the criteria is, for certain race cars, the race cars that you're racing, you also have to produce for the public as well. So they'll only produce like 500 cars, and I'm not sure if anybody's gone down the car flipping rabbit hole on YouTube. And when I say the car flipping rabbit hole, I'm talking about like the Ford GTs. I'm not talking about buying a Chevy Cavalier for $1,000 and then flipping it for $3,000. I mean, there are people out there that spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars to flip cars, and then the dealerships will find out. So if you're looking for some entertainment, some guerrilla business techniques, feel free to go down that rabbit hole on YouTube. I love it, and I watch those videos all the time. The next set will be, of course, the hypercar, and who knows what this is going to look like. This is a vehicle that I'm not too familiar with, but it looks amazing, right? And this is a set that should be over the $200 mark, so there's a lot of cars out there, and there's a lot of 18 plus AFOLs out there that will see these cars, and they'll purchase what they know. Like, this car looks amazing, but I would personally pick up the Ford GT before I would pick up this car. So does that mean that this car will be, hard to find once it dries up and retires? Which means, of course, you'll have a higher ROI? Not entirely sure. And finally, this right here is a pleasant surprise. The Batman Batcycle. Very excited for this set. The price point should be around the $60 range whenever it's released. And this is a great, cool set. I mean, it makes me want to, brick link the Bat Pod and have them right next to each other. I mean, when it comes to collectability, that's just amazing. I think it would have been nice if they released this set back whenever this movie was still in theaters. But nevertheless, this is a great set at a great price point, and I'm looking forward to it. So nothing but good news when it comes to Technic. This is the most excited I've been when it comes to Technic releases in 2 years or more. Last year was a little bit stale for me, but the year prior, I was like, okay, we're actually doing some stuff here. So a lot of good stuff, and it will be interesting to see what these sets are going to do post-retirement, because LEGO is cranking out unbelievably cool supercars. That's it, my friends. Hope you enjoyed the video. As always, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Once again, I'm Jim with wolfofbricks.com. Always go out there and get it.